Welcome back to. Today we're diving into a topic that, while it may not always be front of mind, is becoming increasingly urgent. The potential impact zones of a nuclear conflict between the United States and Russia. As geopolitical tensions escalate, understanding how close you are to potential danger zones is not just prudent, it could be life-saving. Since Russia's invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, the specter of nuclear war has transformed from a distant fear into a troubling possibility. While it's unlikely that either country would initiate a nuclear strike over the ongoing conflict, the consequences of such an event would be catastrophic. Let's look at the facts. Russia is the world's largest nuclear power, boasting an estimated stockpile of around 4,380 warheads, with an additional 1,200 awaiting dismantlement, according to the Federation of American Scientists. If President Vladimir Putin were to deploy even one tactical nuclear device in Ukraine, it could trigger a chain reaction leading to full-scale war. In the event of a nuclear exchange between the US and Russia, it's not just the two nations that would be involved. NATO allies would also be drawn into the conflict, turning several countries into perilous zones as missiles begin to fly. Imagine this. If a nuclear war were to erupt, major cities across the United States would likely be among the first targets. According to a 2015 analysis by CBS News journalist John Dodge, cities like New York, Chicago, Houston, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Washington, D.C. would be at the top of the list for Russia's intercontinental ballistic missiles. Dodge used open-source data from FEMA and the National Resource Defense Council to identify these potential targets. Notably, large clusters of targets also exist in states like Colorado, Montana, North Dakota, and Wyoming, home to a significant portion of America's nuclear arsenal. But it's not just urban centers at risk. Active nuclear power plants are also on the radar. As reported by The Independent, there are approximately 90 nuclear plants across the U.S., located in states such as Alabama, Arizona, Maryland, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. With the United States being Russia's primary adversary and possessing the second largest nuclear arsenal, about 3,708 warheads, with 1,336 retired, this country would be one of the worst places to be if nuclear war breaks out. Now, let's shift our focus across the Atlantic. The United Kingdom, a staunch supporter of Ukraine, is also in the crosshairs. Putin has threatened to bomb the UK at least 35 times since the invasion, according to Newsweek. Major cities like London, Edinburgh, and Manchester would likely be targets, as revealed by a Cold War-era map found in the UK's National Archives. Alongside these population centers, military installations would also be in jeopardy. The Daily Star reported that 23 RAF bases, 14 USAF bases, and several naval bases would be under threat, covering the entire British Isles in potential destruction. But what about Russia? Even if Putin were the first to strike, he wouldn't escape the fallout of a nuclear war. President Joe Biden warned that any use of nuclear weapons would result in dire consequences for Russia. In fact, Dmitry Rogozin, head of Roscosmos, stated that NATO countries would be destroyed in half an hour in a nuclear conflict. And here's where it gets even more alarming. Recent research suggests that even a limited nuclear exchange could lead to global famine. As Alexandra Witz reported, soot from burning cities could encircle the planet, cooling it and causing crop failures that could endanger up to 5 billion lives. So, in the event of a nuclear war between the US and Russia, there may be no place that is truly safe. This is a sobering thought, one that should keep us all awake at night. Thank you for tuning in to Banabi TV. If you found this discussion important, please like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis on pressing global issues. Stay informed and stay safe.